Got hello, 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 hello. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. It is so good to see you. Happy election day. Did you vote? Did you vote? You see, I voted. So this apparently this is going to. It's not apparently. I mean, I always vote every 5 years, but mine this mark it's supposed to stay for like a week or so. I don't know what ink this is. It's supposed to sit in your on your nail for at least a week. Mine by the second day it's like gone. I don't know. Happy election day. I hope you voted if you're South African, because today's our election day. And it was quite fun. I was quite surprised today to see so many people. Hi, Alex. I hope you voted, Alice. Did you vote? Did you vote? Did you vote, Alice? Hmm? Did you vote? Oh, great. I like that. I don't want to know who you voted for, but as long as you voted, I'm happy. I'm happy you voted. I did too. You see, there's mine. I voted, and hopefully, the change that I am looking for. I know it's not gonna like you be like change and drastically so, but came back a few minutes ago. Oh, great, awesome! I did mine. Usually, I vote in the morning so that I can have a free day the whole day. I know sometimes it's because I get yours because probably you came from night shift and you had to rest the rest of the day, like sleep. With me, I'm the first one in the polling station. Clearly, I had the same mentality with many other people because there was a queue. I was like, no. Usually, when I go vote, I'm either the first one or the only one, and everybody else comes during the course of the day. But today, it was a queue. A lot of young people. I was so impressed to see so many young people going to vote. I was working day shift today. Oh, okay. So probably from your job you went and voted. Oh yeah, I get it. I get it. So yeah, I'm glad that we voted, and I'm happy. Hopefully, I'm just hopeful. I'm hopeful that load shedding goes away. I know a lot of other stuff that I want them to go away. Load shedding for me, I cannot deal with lights when they are off and on and off and on as if there is something wrong with us. Um, my friend, we need to talk. Gag. We need to talk, Johnny. I respect your choice, but Johnny, no, we need to talk. Oh, do you understand that one vote we could have wanted to change everything when it was Mushil, you took it and you kept it. Mm-mm, my friend, no, it's still time. You're left with an hour. Serious. It says yesterday the youth outdid themselves. Stations were so I loved it. I loved it, Alice. I loved it. I was sandwiched by young people. Usually it's like older people, my age people, and stuff like that. But I was supposed to vote. Oh, no, you did not change your VD voting station. My friend. Oh, okay, but at least you wanted to. It's just that you were not. Okay, I can forgive you for that. But that vote, it could have made a whole difference. Oh, but it's cool. It's cool. But it's the intention though that I am for. I like that you intended to, not because you don't believe in it, not because you and I have been complaining about a lot of stuff, and I'm thinking if we complaining about so many things, obviously we need to vote in order for us to complain openly. And if we don't vote, we're not allowed to complain because that's what we wanted. We wanted people to go and bring us that particular government or whatever the case might be. But anyways, it's the intention for me. But it's cool. And it says, "Hi, Bo." She explained. And it says, "My jaws dropped when I got there." Like young who like I see young people are fed up. Honestly speaking, young people are fed up. Hi, Johanna. How are you doing? How are you? How are you? It's good to have you. I'm enjoying your life. I'm enjoying your lives. These days, I'm a silent watcher because I am busy with other stuff, but the watch time thing, I want you guys to get that. Everybody. And it says, I was not keen on voting, but a friend of mine changed my mind. I am glad. May your friend be forever blessed. Because seriously, we needed your vote. I don't care who you voted for, but we needed your vote. Johanna says, I'm well, business partner. Thank you. Did you vote, Johanna? You don't have to tell me who you voted for, but did you vote? That's all I'm interested to hear if you made a difference today. Me, I voted out load shedding. I voted out high levels of crime. I voted out South Africans not put first. I voted out arrogance. I voted out so many things that I was complaining about. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, as a content creator, you cannot afford lights going off and on. Seriously, like if the lights go off, and then you do have the inverter, but you will be told by Rain that, well, load shedding is the reason why you're not getting coverage. Like, no, I can't. As a content creator, I can't. Even as a human being, for that matter, I think the accustomation of having lights is that even a word? What I know with South Africans, we always make up words as we. I don't know if you are one of that South African that always make up a word to try to emphasize. I don't know, but maybe I know a lot of South Africans do that. Accustomation, is there even such a word as accustomation? But you know what I'm saying. We've been accustomed to always having electricity, and out of the blue, now we're having this seesaw. I know, come on. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. There is a topic that always I keep hearing about it. To be honest, this one I am super ignorant about, and I want to be educated. If you know something, please do make a comment one way or the other, because I want to speak about this topic in an African perspective, more like a Black South African perspective. I'm Zulu, and as a Zulu person, I grew up. Let me just give you an example in my family, inside my family, inside. I'm talking a sibling that I was born with. So I'm the second born. But before I get to my story, I want to make a disclaimer. This live is not, none of us are professionals in the psychology, psychiatry, or professionals in the mental health field or whatever. We just talking about our experiences and why I feel that as Black people, we sometimes need to take this thing seriously, mental health, because we have our own ideas. And I'm going to tell you a story about my family. So that disclaimer, please. I'm not talking as a professional or a psychiatrist or psychologist, none of that. I'm just going to speak on my experience and also how my community treats mental health issues or mental health for that matter. So I know it's not something that is popular, especially I think here. I don't know if how popular is it here in South Africa. I know in the Western world it's a big topic right now, and I find it always in my true crime YouTube videos where mental health is always a factor as to why this individual did what they did and blah 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 blah. But now let me just tell you a story. In my family, my older brother, so just the two of us for a very long time, just the two of us. I think for 10 years, so just the two of us before my sisters came behind us. Uh, my brother is a very quiet person, like quiet. When he was born, apparently, you know how when a baby is born, you cry, and then, oh, no, he didn't cry. He didn't cry. And usually, apparently, a doctor would be like, back in the day, I don't know what they do now. They'll be like, and pat. And then if the baby cries, and then they say, okay, he is fine. My brother, they did a number on him, a number on him, and he would not budge. He would not budge. So I think, therefore, there was some kind of diagnosis on him. I'm not quite sure what the diagnosis was. However, it looked as though the doctors were right because he would not cry. He was not a baby that cries. They never knew if he was ill until they see that he was ill. Like, you know how a baby, when they're uncomfortable about one thing or another, you'll see them by crying. When he's bloated, he didn't cry. When anything, he didn't cry. When he wanted to a nappy change, he didn't cry. When hungry, didn't cry. Then I came along as a second born about 4 years later, I think. How old is it now? How old am I? Yeah, around there. And so me, when I came out, bubbly, talkative, naughty, doing stuff, doing stuff that a child ought to do. And then, of course, my breaks, when it came to my brother, like, and then you, shop, shop, okay. And he would not budge. He would not budge. But I think slowly but surely he began to trust me as his younger brother, and he would only talk to me. I remember the first time he opened his mouth, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, "You can talk." And at this time, he's about 6, 7 years old. So now, me, I'm the naughty one, and also if things happened, I'll always took the blame, even though it was done by him, because they said he wouldn't touch. He was the person that was always next to my grandmother. Like, he slept on the same bed as my grandmother, and he never said anything to my grandmother either. Like, till the day she died, he would not say a thing. So I'm the only one who knows that he can talk, he can do all the stuff that every kid can do. So one day, my mom, I can't remember what she was. Oh, it was a birthday. It was his birthday. His birthday is like December 14th, no, December 19th. So it's going to be Christmas not so long to come. So my mom will buy him toys, and then we'll buy him toys for Christmas. And I always felt like, why does he get two toys in such a short space of time? Forgetting that I had toys in July. That's my birthday month, July. And so as a result of that, I remember, I don't know what I did to his toy. I did something to his toy. And as a result of that, when my mom asked, what did I do to the toy? And I said, no, it's him. My mom's like, no way. And for the first time, I think he was at this time 7.5, going to 8, my brother. And I've been telling her, and every time when I got this, is because I would say, he can talk. And then I would pull him and say something to mother. And he would look down, and I'll get a beating for that. Like, why am I making istalwa? I don't know if you know what istalwa. Basically, istalwa means somebody living with disability. He can't talk, he can't hear. That's what they believe. Now, in my culture, a child like that or a person like that is not shown to the public. The public can only assume that there are two kids there, but we never see the other one. Or there'll be a debate in the community. Hi, you guys are lying. There's only one, that naughty one, the one that talks a lot. Others that knew when mother was pregnant with him, they say no. But others assume that he probably died at birth or whatever the case was. So I broke his very favorite toy. And when my mom walked in from work, he was all over her about his toy. I remember my mom was carrying two plastics of grocery. Remember Checkers? That's before it became ShopRite. Everything she had in there dropped to the ground as if she saw a ghost. And I'm standing there, I'm like, told you, he can talk. Now, the question, therefore, is that some kind of mental health condition or issue? Now we have to look at how he therefore grew up. He always grew up as a quiet, like super quiet, but only now that he's now in his 40s, like up there 40s. Suddenly now he talks, suddenly he drinks. He never used to do all those things. And for a very long time, even school, he started school pretty late. I was classes ahead of him because of his, and they were looking for a special school for him at the same time. And it turned out when he started school, he was very clever. So he was like, poof, poof, he met up with me because they were jumping in classes, like, oh, this one is very smart. So we ended up being in the same class. And I think, yeah, for a few while, then they jumped him again to two more classes. And I'm like, mother, should you be beating him for all these years that he's made a fool of you and all the beatings that I've gotten telling you that he can talk? And then the community itself shell shocked to learn that there are actually two kids in my home. But also in the neighborhood, I've always known certain homes as well that had a person or a family member that had mental health. Like I'm talking serious mental health issues, worse than what my brother I think he had or still has. Because to this day, this guy talks once and he will not you'll not hear of it again. As we were growing up, every time when my mom asked him for money for bread, like today, and literally, I know I'm exposing a lot about my family, but it's cool. I've always talked about it. My mom will ask him for money for bread today. Today is what, Wednesday. My mom will not get the money the entire day, tomorrow, 3 days later, 5 days. But next week, Thursday, he will come with the bread and says, here's the bread that you asked for. And all of us will be like, now I have two sisters at this point, and my sisters will be looking at me and say, and then your brother? I'm like, hey, it's been like this forever. So I don't know, do you call that a mental health condition or nature? You understand what I'm saying? So I know how to navigate around him. I mean, I'm the first one to be introduced to him, so I know how to navigate around him. My sisters are the ones that struggle to navigate around him. That also, my mom, you know how mothers are like, they always think the best for their kids, so they never learn. And then when every time when they have to learn, but to get easy, they get heartbroken by the child. And you're always like, come on, this is your child. By now you should know how he's like, right? So in my culture, when you have some sort of mental health issue, you are hidden away from the community. The community will never know of your existence up until maybe you pass on and suddenly there's a funeral. But even if there is a funeral, somewhere somehow they manage to sneak out the body to to the morgue. From the morgue, the funeral is held at the morgue and then taken to the gravesite. Some do that. Some they do announce to the community that we've always had this individual and stuff like that. I'm not quite sure what the stigma is about because I never learned about the stigma. I think as well the fact that I was afraid for my brother, I kind of like buried that. Like I don't know how my mind worked when it comes to that. I was always worried that at some point he might have a breakdown or he might not be able to express it. I found myself being his mouthpiece at some point as we were growing older, because some kids just didn't understand him, and so I was preventing any type of bullying that might happen. But anyways, like I said, he doesn't repeat himself. And if you try him, my brother has this teensy weensy little temper. Like it's like here. So you try him, he uses his own hands to express without saying a word. Without saying, so many other kids were very afraid of him because they knew that he did this and you went to Timbuktu and you had to walk back And then when you come back, he will ask again, do you want it? Oh no, okay, cool. Can we move on? Life continues. But I've learned therefore over the years about myself as well. Myself, I struggle with social anxiety. My social anxiety, I believe it stems from probably some kind. Okay, let me put it this way. I believe I've got multiple mental health issues. The first one is social anxiety. The second one, I do suffer or struggle from OCD. I want everything. I'm forever having, like right now, I'll always have something, even if there's no need for me to be wiping things down. I'm wiping something down always. So I feel like I do have that. I think it's called obsessive compulsive disorder, even though I'm not diagnosed with it, but I can tell that I have this mental health condition where if things are not straight, or sometimes I'll see something on you and I don't know how to do it. So most of the time I will walk away rather than feel like, but when I walk away, it's like go back and fix it. Just fix it. Sometimes how ladies they would wear, I don't know why. I don't know why. You see, some ladies they will put lipstick on, but these parts here, I don't know if you see that. For me, it's like I could take your lipstick and like and then I'll also apply because I know be in full around your lips. So now when I see somebody talking to me with as if this part of your mouth is just gonna get cut in half, it freaks me out. Don't laugh, Joanna. I promise. But have you seen such? And I'll be like, oh my goodness gracious me, I cannot talk to this lady. I'm walking away because I'm afraid that half of her face might fall apart or whatever the case might be. I learned over the years that that is actually a mental health disorder of OCD. If you come to my place, speak and span, you can literally like slip and fall. If I don't see my face, we have a problem. We have a problem. Leave me with. I'm telling you. So they are asymmetrical things that I appreciate, and there are those that I just don't appreciate. So social anxiety, for me, I believe it stems from the fear of rejection. I'm terrified of getting rejected. Hence, therefore, I'm always a loner. That way, I know I don't have to deal with meeting people and finding myself in a situation where I'm cast aside for whatever reason. I've never had a problem with my looks. I know I'm not the what you call this. I'm not Mr. Universe. I don't look nothing like a Mr. Universe, but I do know that I have a great personality when I am around people. And I think that's what people like the most, my personality, rather than other stuff that I have. However, there is always that fear when I'm amongst people of getting rejected. And as a result of that, it has developed me anxiety when I'm amongst people. I don't like being with more than one person in one spot. I don't like it because at least if it's just the two of us, there's no way you're gonna reject me. Instead, even if you do, I can handle that rather than when it's three or two people and both of them kind of like I feel some kind of way. So I learned that that is actually a mental health issue that stems probably from traumatic what do you call it again, post traumatic stress disorder. I may have struggled or suffered some kind of rejection when I was younger and stuff like that. But I have experienced a horrible, when I say horrible, it left me thinking, Wow, a friendship breakup. You know, I always say a friendship breakup is worse than a romantic breakup because this is a person you considered to be almost everything in your. This is a person you told your deepest and darkest secrets. This is a person you were comfortable with about everything. This is a person you could not afford to lose. This is a person when you're having a problem with somebody you love, you come to and pour yourself onto them, and they'll just listen and give you the advice, fight over this individual. Like, why don't you leave this individual? And then, that type of friend I'm talking about. I think maybe because of that, I was like, mm-mm, 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 I'm done. And I don't think I ever recovered from that. So I think that's a form of mental health issue stemming from post traumatic stress disorder because it took years for me to get used to being by myself, enjoying my own company. Because it did start off as being lonely, because there's a difference between being lonely and a loner. Some people think being a loner is being lonely. No, there's a huge difference. But it did start off me being lonely and feeling rejected and feeling like, what's the point? Right? Because when you are in a state of loneliness, there are all kinds of thoughts that come across your mind. Yes, even that one that we can't mention on here, it does cross your mind. Like, and then of course, then you will have your parent who's looking at you like something is wrong with my child. And when your mom wants to ask, or maybe does ask, you don't want to tell them that, listen, I'm going through this, and that. But of course, they know your friends. They have always know they like her own children. And out of the blue, then she starts asking about where is so and so, and you go through the whole. It's like it touches a nerve of some sort. So over the years, therefore, I then became a loner. That's when I began to get used to the fact that I don't have friends. Probably I will never have friends. I went through those 5 stages of grief, and now I've accepted it, and now it's about me. I think I did tell a story about how I took a journey of self-discovery, and in my journey of self-discovery, these are the things that I learned about myself that actually uh, I was not like I was not meant to have friends, but it's in my nature not to be into people like that. Like, and not to be into people. The reason why I was into people is because of the environment that I grew under. It's very, uh, I don't think I ever had a toxic environment that I grew up under. I did, however, grow up under poverty. And of course, everything is just here. And you don't have any choice but to be around that environment, and therefore the people that you grow up with, they are in the same circle. So when I got out, then I realized, no, people and I, we should be like this, like there should be a distance between us. However, but when I am with people, people have a tendency of enjoying me. And then I realized that, oh, I am actually a loner or an introvert with great social skills. But do not ask for my cell number because I will ghost you. Do not ask for my WhatsApp number because I will ghost you. The only time that I would feel comfortable enough to give you my contact is when I have developed some kind of trust, and relationship. Like with Betty K, she got my WhatsApp number, which is also my personal number. Why? Because she was not aggressive in how we developed our friendship. It took years before I comfortably gave her my number. I think she's probably the only content creator that has my number. That's why we call each other friend. Hey, friend. Same friend. No, no, I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I do have other content creators with my numbers. I think three, and also them as well. It was not aggressive. It was gradual, where I felt comfortable. Like, oh, okay, these guys, they mean no harm. They always wish the best for me, and as a result of that, I felt a little even though I had to think with the other ones. I had to be like, but I put a condition like, listen, don't call me unless I call you. And if you're gonna WhatsApp me, it must be something serious. Not to say hi. No, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And same thing with Betty. She'll tell me she's here. She's not always buzzing me. This our conversation, Betty. Well, 2 months can go by without us talking on WhatsApp. Sometimes 3 months. And I like that. I like that. It's not always like an exchange, an exchange. So I don't know. Do you call that a mental health issue or some kind of mental health disorder? I don't know, but I think I'm afraid of people. And because when you have more than one person, it is easy to find yourself ukula macala, if you know what I mean. Like always explaining yourself. Something somebody said, or something happened, and now you have to leave your comfort spot and go there. And it's I'm glad, I'm happy with where I am. Again, the question is, what do you call that? Do you call that nature? Do you call it nurture? Or do you call it that's just who you are? And that is why I always I like zodiac signs, because I know a lot of people don't believe in them, and I don't expect you to. But me, I can even predict, oh, you are this and you are that because of your behavior, or maybe the way you carry yourself, or the things that you believe in. I don't know. And many cancers are exactly like me. We are homebodies. We don't trust people. We don't like to be rejected. When we fall in love, it is truly by accident. So that is why when we're in love, we're a little bit crazy, like nuts, because you came into my space minding my own business, and somehow you stole my heart. Now that you stole my heart, I don't want you being any other human being. I promise you, this is where again obsessive compulsive disorder comes in. OCD, like no, when you are mine and you are mine only. If you have a cancer in your life, you will know that they are possessive. But the thing that I like about our possessiveness, we will let you go. Like, please don't turn back again. Don't come back and say, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I'm digressing. But the point that I'm trying to make here is the fear of people is a real thing. And the fear of being around people for me is also a real thing, all stemming from fear of rejection. So I don't know. Do you call that a mental disorder? I know that there are 9 or 10 serious mental disorder that I was reading about, like anxiety disorder. Anxiety disorder can come in different forms. Okay, depression. I don't believe I'm depressed. I don't think I'm depressed at all. I don't think my brother is depressed either. I think it's just that's his nature, the way he does things. There's bipolar disorder, like changes of moods, and having these negative thoughts, etc., and so on. I don't think I'm that person. I've never actually had those thoughts. And how do I put it? This English running away. Except when I had a horrible friendship breakup. I think I did go through that 5 stages. I don't know. I think there's 5 stages of grief, as they call them. Was bipolar involved? I don't think so, because I don't think bipolar is something that goes and comes back. I think it stays with you, and then you have to go for treatments and things like that. I'm Cancer. I'm ruled by the moon, and therefore my moods will change. Yeah, so I would say it's because I'm bipolic. I would say because it's very temporal. If I don't want to talk, I don't want to talk. Like today, no, but I will explain to you. I'm not that person that when I'm happy, everybody must be happy. When I'm angry, everybody must just, tiptoe around me. No, I do say something like, oh, today, guys, in case you wanna come, especially at work, is that I see people that I work with, I would say 75% of my time I'm with my colleagues. So when I walk in, I'm like, okay, guys, today I am just not feeling great. You decide what to do. I do make that announcement when I do feel like, okay, the moon is full today. Oh, the wolf has come out. And then, of course, there is post traumatic stress disorder. Why don't I know how to pronounce this? Post traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, that comes in different forms as well. Having a horrible upbringing, having a very traumatic experience that probably left you almost dead or something like that. And then those flashes, they come by, da 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 da. So I will not talk about all of those in detail because I feel those need professionals like depression, bipolar disorder, post traumatic disorder. The fifth one is schizophrenia. I remember back in high school, I had two pupils, like they were my classmates. Later on, we discovered that actually they struggle with schizophrenia. I remember there was another one in school who struggled with multiple personality disorder. So whenever we called him by the name that we know him or the government name, he would not respond, and he will correct you and say, no, 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 I am. Back in the day, of course, in the 90s, I don't think mental health was a thing. Like, I think maybe it was still under some kind of investigation or research because I feel it is new, this terminology, mental health condition or illness or disorder. So we did have a guy who had, I think he had like three personalities or something like that. But fortunately, the school that I went to, we had a school psychologist and we also had a school guidance teacher. So they were able to pick up some few things, and then he was removed from school, and then I don't know where he was taken to. But I remember that he would not respond, but if you call him by his government name, and he will introduce the other personalities, and the other personalities were quite some. One was very fun, like hilarious, made the class laugh, teachers laugh, and then the other one I think was a little bit psychopathic. So I think when he was starting to hurt himself and hurt other people, that's when he was yanked out of school. The moment they discovered that there might be something going on, because in my school, if you are going to misbehave, they call your parents for an interview, and that's the last thing you want. If maybe you're not performing with your schoolwork, they call your parents for an interview because they want to know what's happening in the house that might be translating in me not performing or maybe behaving in a certain way at school, like projecting because I'm going through something. Okay, schizophrenia, like I said, eating, I don't know if I should say this, like eating as well. I think it comes in different forms as well. Whether you are overeating or not eating, all of that stuff, I'm talking about, because YouTube is a little bit sensitive with this word. And then the seventh one is disruptive behavior and dissocial. I never heard of this word before. Dissocial disorder. So I'm supposing it's a person that is antisocial. Am I antisocial? I don't think I'm antisocial because I still do meet people when I'm invited. Even though when I'm invited to a big event, I don't stay there too long. I just don't. Especially if it's like some kind of a party, or yeah, especially when it's a party of some sort. I will come to you to show you that I'm here and then disappear. And then I will disappear. Anyways, I know you'll be busy. The last thing you'll be looking for is me in the party, but you will remember that I was there. And then if we meet each other on Monday or meet each other someday, you'll be like, "Oh, did you have a great fun?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was great. I had great fun." When I know very well that I just said, just see me, and then I'm out of them. Okay. But I think I'm getting better now at this because I noticed with the YouTube events that I've attended, I've been there the whole time. Sometimes I'll be the last one to leave, like the last one that we had in March. I was the last person to leave. Yeah, I was the last person to leave. Uh, but in the past, I'll be out of there. The first YouTube event that I attended, I did leave early. I was overwhelmed with and people, and I think I was not well prepared mentally because before I go out, I have to meditate for a number of days. You could not invite me to something a day before. I will not come even today. I will still not come if you invited me to anything that is happening tomorrow or this weekend. I am more of a guy that you have to tell a month in advance, and so that I can prepare myself mentally to come to this event. The event that I'm going to be speaking this coming weekend, I know about it as far back as where are we now? May, April, March, end of March, when Outstanding told me about it. Yep. So, because she understands the type of person I am, she told me almost 2 months in advance, I'm ready for it. I'm prepared. However many people there will be there, I'm prepared. I'm very much prepared. But again, mental health may be involved in my fear of being amongst too many people. And then the other one is neurodevelopmental disorder. I think it has something to do with the brain and all of that stuff, probably. And let me not say things that I don't know, but I'm just letting you know the different types that are the ones that mostly are out there. Then we have obsessive compulsive disorder. This one I believe I have. This is OCD. This one, I think I do have it. It's my thing. Like I said with the lipstick thing. Yeah, trust me, when your lips your lipstick is not in full. And another lipstick that I'm terrified of. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. There's a type of lipstick that I'm scared of. It always gives me or maybe makes me think that the person that puts it, maybe because I was traumatized by a female boss before while I was still a teenager. I worked at home in Eastgate, and so my boss used to wear like black lipstick, and she was quite abusive. That woman, very abusive. So I think I've always associated whenever I come across a woman with black lipstick, I avoid you plague, like a plague. I remember even in high school, there was a teacher who used to wear black lipstick. I literally went up to her because she was my what she was my business economics. I took business economics as an extra subject so that I could enter Wits University with no problems. Back, I don't know if they still do it. Back in the day, you used to enter Wits with points. They'll use a point system for you to be accepted. So I took business economics. I know that I wasn't going to fail on my 6 subjects that I was doing, but it was just for safety. And so my business economics teacher used to wear black lipstick, and I literally went up to her and said, "Ma'am, I know it's your prerogative, you're right, da 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 da." And I told her, and she never wore black lipstick again, ever. She, whenever she came to school, she never wore black lipstick. So whenever I see a lady with black lipstick, mm, I have to go into my chakra honey stuff. Mm. But no, in most cases, I avoid you like a plague. I don't come near you. I don't talk to you. Yeah, I know, shame. I think, with white people, they understand these things versus because I have not confronted, but I have asked a black colleague before who would come to work with black lipstick, and I would, oh my God, pour me to the ground. And she came by force by it, and I ended up resigning because of that. Like I resigned. That's how serious black lipstick is. I don't know, maybe it's the trauma of my first boss that I worked for at home. When I go to Eastgate, I avoid that ground floor because that's where is the ground floor. Yeah, that ground floor by Woolworths in Eastgate. It's traumatic for me. I remember accidentally I wasn't paying attention. I was supposed to be pushing a trolley. I was like, woohoo! I turned back. I ended up on the wrong part of Eastgate, and my Uber was already waiting at the Woolworths entrance, and I had to pass the that traumatic place for me. So I had to turn around, close my eyes, and hope for the better that I don't knock anybody my way, just so I avoid that. Is that mental health? It's trauma, I would say. I think yeah, it may fall um under trauma. What do you call this? Mental disorder. Now the question is, maybe some of you might ask, but then why don't you go to therapy for that? I've tried therapy before. I always felt like I'm being evaded because the therapy would take a turn, like a turn, and then I find myself just reliving things that I don't want to relive. And I know that therapy is supposed to really do that so that you heal. Like you have to admit that you have this issue so that you get the healing that you deserve. But when I heard how long this might take, I was like, I cannot. Me, I'm a very resilient person. I'm very patient and I can persevere. But I believe I'm very good at bearing things that makes me uncomfortable. Somebody said to me that what if they blow over? They gave me an example of a Coca-Cola content. You shake the Coke and you close the lid, and when you open it, kind of like I was like, no, I don't think I'm that person at all, and I think I've been through very tough times where these could just blow up. But no, I've always been good at suppressing. I know what you're thinking. I know because I've been told a gazillion times about it. But I don't, I think I'm quite good at suppressing things. Like I said, if I come across somebody with a black lipstick, walk away. If I see a lady with a red lipstick or any type of other lipstick, but these parts are not covered, I just simply don't talk to you. I don't. Other stuff as well that I may also struggle with that are related to mental health. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Teach me. I want to learn about mental health and stuff. I want to learn how to. I feel like when it comes to kids, I'm quite good at recognizing a child with a special need of some sort that has something to do with mental condition or something like that. I'm much more gentler. I'm much more protective and defensive of them. But with adults, you never know. And I think many of us walk around with a lot of trauma because you see it when they interact with you, like, ooh, you need therapy. Sometimes you see it with parenting, how some parents treat their children. Probably some post traumatic stress disorder and they project on their children. Whether you are smothering them, maybe because you did not get the love you deserved as a kid, and therefore you smother your children, or the opposite of that because that's what you were accustomed growing up, that a child needs to be treated in a certain way that is traumatic to them, and you wonder why my child hates me, maybe because of your own trauma and that you projected on over or onto your children, and as a result your relationship seems to be broken. We've seen all those things before, unresolved. I feel like many of us, especially as we may walk around with a lot of trauma, a lot of trauma, and how we are not in jail, goodness knows. Goodness knows. Yeah, so that's my story. But let me go to your live chats. Maybe there's some stuff that you guys have said that might help me out and understand this whole situation that we are talking about. Thank you guys for being here, by the way, to listen, because I thought I was not going to have anybody watching who's talking about, you want to learn about mental health? Come on. But I'm speaking about it in an African perspective because, number one, uh, my mom didn't say let's go to a psychologist. At school I was quite um, manipulative as well. If I'm going through something, I mean, there was a school psychologist right there. I could have just walked to Mrs. Van Veek's office, knocked and say, hey, I'm having this, can we talk, and sit on her chair thing, and then we have therapy. But there were a lot of other of my classmates that visited her a lot. Only later on, I learned that the parents are going through a divorce, or the parents are fighting, or something. Maybe they are losing their money, bankruptcy, court cases. Like I said, I went to school with rich kids, so they were having rich people problems, and so as a result of that, they were going to the school psychologist or the school's guidance teacher. I think I went more to the guidance teacher because I was a little bit confused what I'm going to study after I was done with high school. I think maybe I'd had like three visits with her, and then of course she evaluated. In fact, she knew what my capabilities were and said, these are the three things that when you apply, put them in the application form and see where you will get accepted. That's the only uh, psychological, if you want, if you may, um, department that I visited while I was in high school, not the school psychologist. I think we should believe we used to call it a shrink. Yeah, I would say a shrink, and then nobody wanted to go to the shrink. But anyways, let's go to the comments. We already dealt with the voting issue. Where are we now? Okay, then we're at Joanna who says, hi, I'm well business partner. Great, great, great. Johanna, hi Alice, my Chomi. Ooh, now I'm jealous. I also want to be called Chomi. Jordan says, yes, the tab to make the baby come. Yeah, that okay, okay. Your brother nearly gave your mom a heart attack. Shame, because as a mom, if you don't hear that, you think the word. Yeah, apparently she cried. She was worried, and sometime while she was sleeping with him, she would pat him herself, but he would not respond. He would just not budge. So now, when he was older, my mom is like, "You put me through hell. Do you know that?" My brother just looks at her like, "It's like that's the look when you were born. You looking at me." I'm like, "Don't you learn? Why do you always break your heart when you talk to him? Seriously." Joanna says, "So how is your brother now?" He talks. He talks. He's even drinking now, and I'm like, "You drink? My goodness." One thing my mom was okay. Let me not say that because I'll sound judgmental. So let me not say. Let me put it this way: my brother and I, we never drank alcohol. We don't drink alcohol. But now he started to drink alcohol in his 40s. I don't know. Maybe he's going through a midlife crisis. I have no idea. But he does talk, especially when he's with his friends. I'm always like, who if people only knew? If people only knew. And says Johanna, Alice waving, trying to say, yeah, I think our parents back then, they were never that big up on mental health. I think even now as well, even now, even though the Gen Zs, they tell with the soft parenting era, like I'm triggered or something they say along those mental health line wordings that they use. It's quite interesting. And I always felt okay. Let me not say it. And let me not say it. I think your brother just needed occupational therapy. Turns out he was pretty healthy. Turns out, like when he started school, like he was here. So there was, I don't know, maybe it's just this nature, like just quiet person. Not that he was incapable of anything. I think he took it's my right to talk or not to talk. Yeah, I think so. Not that he had an issue like a medical or occupational, I don't know, or neurological problem. I don't think he had that at all. Because he and I, when we were playing, we would have full conversations, like full. And then I speak. Sometimes my grandmother, who was hit by stroke, she would drag herself, thinking that I'm speaking to myself and she wanted me to stop talking to myself as if I'm a crazy person. So she would drag herself from the bedroom, and the moment my brother realizes my grand is coming, suddenly he goes mute. And then I'm left talking to him. And then my grandmother would beat me because I'm talking to somebody who is dalo, meaning who is living with a disability. And I'll look at him like, he talked. I was just talking to him. He literally like was a robot with a battery that is about to die, and it will move, 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 and then go, and then I'm left looking dumb. You know that guy. Seriously. I believe most people who experience birth trauma that impacts them. Oh no, he's pretty good. He was checked out. Nothing is wrong with him. Absolutely nothing wrong. Absolutely. There were no neurological problems at all. I think he just came with an attitude like, why here? Why you bring me here? I will never talk. I don't know if he had a previous life and how he was back then. Maybe he was sentenced to silence. I don't know. Joanna says true. They always feel hurt. Yeah, shame. She like I used to feel bad for her, honestly. So your brother was actually not forced to talk, no, being trained to speak. No, they just how it's like in the black. I don't know. I'll speak for those Zulu people. The moment the doctor says something, that is that. That is it. There's no need now to go and spend money. You just accept and treat the person with like in with privacy. Let me put it that way. They don't see the public don't see them, and stuff like that. Because he was born quiet, so no one saw it fit to try harder. No, to get help so he can develop with age. All of this is new age stuff, like soft parents. The moment the soft parent sees their child going through some kind of neurological issues or they suspect, they're going to, oh, definitely. Back in the day, no parents did that. They were too occupied with two jobs, three jobs back in the apartheid days and surviving apartheid, I suppose. I don't know what to say other than that. Joanna laughing, got me with Betty laughing. I know I said something that was funny. I can't remember what. Joanna says, "Leave me with without lipstick." Oh, it was about the lipstick. Now I remember. Kanye Bay says, now when you're going to break up with me, my friend, I will sleep at your doorstep. You and I, cancer. Is it? Are we not cancer? I'm not surprised that you would do that because I did the same thing with my friend. Begged, like, can what do you want me to do? And my friend moved, like moved. Who did not save up money, bought a plane ticket, and went there? Me. That's how crazy cancers can be. There's no like who else am I going to talk to? Oh no ways. It was horrible. Horrible. So yeah, gardening with Betty. You and I cancel. So yeah, I believe you. I believe you. I know you would do that. I know. And this is laughing at Betty. No, she would. She would. Betty says that's me. That's also me too. But now, since I no longer in a so what is it? Is it a circle? Yeah, a circle of friends. My circle of friends that I have created now is content creators like Gunning with Betty, Joey, Nazibe, Sis Tandim Zamo, who else I'm living out? TK, you know the 40s gang. Those I consider my people, but in the content creation, I know if we spend more time, I believe a friendship can fully develop. Like Betty and I believe we have a fully developed friendship where I know that at some point when we talk, it's like, oh, my friend, I missed you, and yet we talk and we see each other here all the time. That's the type of friendship I enjoy. Hmm. I do. Joanna laughs and says, I wanted to say it's a matter of trust, Shem. I am with you. Yeah, now for me now it's a matter of trust more than a matter of finding some friend and then you literally love your friend like your brother and then something like this happens, you know. Jana say, is it something serious to say hi? I'm checking up on you. Is that fine? No, don't. I don't know why. Don't. If you are going to WhatsApp me, either you're asking a question regarding you because it's you, I'll be mostly concerned about than me. Yeah, to be mostly about you. When Betty comes to me, it's either she's asking about something about maybe a channel or maybe our community sessions. Yeah, but then from there, we have a full blown conversation about what I'm going through or what she's going through. So it's a very I don't know it's a very funny way of us having a conversation. But with hi, how are you? I'll be like, how do I answer this? I literally am shocked. I, maybe I should show you. Uh, I'm just demonstrating. Okay, this is okay. I don't know if you will be able to see. You see this green right here? I don't know if you'll be able to see this green right here. It says 62. This is 62. I mean, somebody since 2001 has been asking, how am I? I just don't answer. 62 messages since 2001. Yeah, this is it when it comes to my you see this that this is it. These are the conversations. I don't have any other. I'm terrified of when my phone rings when I get a message. Oh gosh, I think I am having some mental health disorders, guys. I think so. Uh, so yeah, no, don't. I would rather ask you if you're okay. I'll be more concerned about you than I would about me. Gani says, true, my friend. Alice says, you, it could never be me. My WhatsApp, I can't keep up. Ooh, me, no ways. Mm-mm, don't. Jordan says, that's just who you are, straight. I like that, but not that extreme. Is because we don't like drama. I don't like drama at all. Angifuni macala, now that stuff, no. Johanna says, laughing, yo, Alice, my WhatsApp is so quiet and only busy with my recently found sisters. That's it. And hobby. Yeah, I feel like YouTube may be changing a lot of us. A lot of us, but still, I still withhold my numbers. I mean, I so many content creators have asked for my numbers and I ghosted them. Like, then we meet at this event, and I'm like, ooh, how do I answer? How do I answer? How do I answer? How do I answer? So it's I think it just depends. Gani Obe, Alice, I only have my sister's mom and husband full time on my WhatsApp. I have my sister and my brother. I have Betty, and that's about it. Not even my boss WhatsApp me. I don't want him to do that. Yeah, that's it. Those are the three. Literally, my contacts are less than 12 people. Yeah, and my phone when it rings, it's once in a bloom. An entire year can go by without my phone ever rang, and I'm fine with that. I just say, Johanna, I can't keep up there. I'm everywhere. Abile, sometimes I take days without replying. Ooh, you see, cornering yourself like that. And it says you guys are disciplined. Maybe it's trauma. It has to be trauma. Johanna says, I can't keep up with WhatsApp. That's busy like our YouTube lives every day. Gandhi says, nah, I don't like to be rejected. Nah, no, we don't like to be rejected. We cancers. Alice says, but I'm also a moody person. Sometimes I just keep quiet for no reason. Are you Pisces? So sometimes I feel it's a disorder as well because I would not want to talk to anyone. It could be. But you need to also understand what may cause or may have caused that. Sometimes it could be nature, not because you have a mental health issue or something. Alice says, Johanna, my WhatsApp is worse than the live streams. Johanna says, yo, I can't deal with that, Alice. As Lau said, yo, Johanna. Ganingo Betty says, I think with that, you're getting better, my friend. I am, and I'm proud. You know, I'm so proud of myself that I do actually accept invitations. But like I said, it needs to be well in advance. It cannot be 7 days before, 3 days before, 2 days before. I'm not going to come, period. Gani says, yeah, and we can separate. Like, boom, I'm telling you. Gani says, oh, that event is all of us invited and is private event. It's a private event? I thought it was ticket sales. Oh, okay, that's great then. That's awesome. Johanna says, poor teacher. And I'm busy telling people, go speak to her. Oh, she's going to kill me. I thought maybe tickets were being sold. I need to know better. Oh my gosh, I have to apologize to her because I'm sending people like, no, talk to her, talk to her. Oh my gosh, I have to apologize. Um, Alice is laughing and he says, yeah, yeah, poor teacher. Oh yeah, shame. My teacher, but they understand these things. These guys, they very quickly to understand these things. Joanna is laughing. You need to face those uncomfortable things in order to deal with issues. I agree. But I think at this point, teaching an old dog new tricks type of situation, I'm so used to all of this, like so used to it. And I don't like change. That's another thing. I hate change, except for monetary reasons. Yeah, change my financial status right now, cool. But when it comes to humans and all that stuff, I don't like change. I don't like changing my environment. I was supposed to have moved from here, I think 4 times now. But because change, me and change, we're just not getting along. Alex says exactly. Johanna says your brother was just special. He did not feel a need to talk to anyone except you. Others must rest. I even his own mother needed to rest. Your own mother. You and my mom was very protective of him, extremely protective. Princess says business partners. What's up, Princess? I loved your vlog. Loved your vlog. And this time around, I see you expanded the time to 12 minutes. I'm like, okay, we're getting comfortable in front of the camera. I like that. I like that, Princess. I like it for you. I love it for you. Let me put it that way. Joanna says, oh, so I fall in the 40s gang. Yes, the 40s gang is growing, and I think we're getting very, very close. I love that. I love that. And I think I'm the only guy there. Like, when else was I ever in a group where there were guys too? I don't remember in my entire life. I think I'm more comfortable in the presence of women because I feel women trust me and I trust them better than I no, I want to say better than I think guys I don't maybe it's because of that trauma and my and distancing myself. I don't know. But I'm very much comfortable in the presence of women. Johanna says, I think I am with you. You like unstructured friendship. Yes. That's actually a perfect description. You don't want to feel forced to communicate even if there is nothing. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Johanna says, haha, you have that syndrome caring for people except yourself. Yeah. Oh, me. I would love you. Whether you're a friend or a lover, you would feel it. You would feel, you would feel it. But when it comes to me, like why? And even when you tell me you love me, there's always that like really why? You know, you definitely should learn to allow people to care for you as much as you care for them. Oh, people failed. People failed. The only person I think I allowed that was my mom. People failed. P.S. Just give it a thought. Tricks for an old dog. I get you. I get you, Johanna. I do. Cynthia, hi, Cynthia. Hello, Cynthia. It's so good to see you. Thank you for being here. And hello, Lungisile. How are you, Lungisile? So good to see you. Oh my gosh. Ah, you guys are fulfilling my heart. Johanna allows hypoclenses, so please embrace change. Me now and change. I don't know who was it. No, I don't think it was you. I think it was in my main channel. One of my curtain, the hook. I don't know what I was doing. I think I was cleaning and I stepped on the curtain and the hook broke. And so there was this hollow on the hook and it's been sitting there for 3 years until somebody pointed it out on one of my videos and said, "Can I come and show you how to put your curtains right?" Was I not forced now to go buy new curtains? Right now, I'm looking at new curtains, and now everything is back straight. For 3 years, it's been just like that because change, dude, change. Portia, Portia, how are you, Portia? It's so good to see you. Good evening, Clancy. Sorry, I'm late. No, no need to apologize. I mean, if you're busy with other stuff, did you vote? Did y'all vote? Did y'all vote? Did y'all vote? I mean, oh, now it's 9:15, so the voting stations are closed. But did you vote? Make sure that you all voted, please. Yeah. Cynthia says, I don't either. It stresses me. You see, I'm not alone. But Cynthia and I, you and I believe we're kind of like cut out from the same material. We're both loners, most like introverts. We're into ourselves, do things by ourselves. So I'm not surprised at all. That's who we are. Alice laughing. Lungisila says, I am good. Thanks, Cleanses. Thank you for asking. And I am with Johanna here. Embrace change. Boo, boo, boo. No, I get you. I get you. I get you. I do get you. Got you, Betty laughing, Lucilla laughing, Johanna laughing. We thank that person for pointing. Yeah, I had to go get new curtains, spent a whopping 2,000 rand, all because a hook fell. I think I stepped on it. I think two hooks. It was not one. So it just, hey, go rough. Lugisina says, I voted. Awesome. Millie, hi Millie. What's up, Millie? So good to see you. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. How are you doing, Millie? Jess says, hey, Lungisile. Millie, hi, Clan. How are you doing, Millie? It's good to see you. So good to see you. Princess laughing. I saw that comment on your vlog. Yes, it was on the vlog. You're right, Prince. Hi, you are right. I was like, no, man. Ah. And then I noted it. And I was like, buy new curtains. And I bought it. I bought new curtains. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Lucas says, hi Jojo. I was catching up on your live. It's great, guys. I love that. Johanna says, thank you, my love, Lungi. Cinta Al says, twinsies. Yes, we are twinsies. I promise you. Definitely twinsies. Definitely. I also believe that. So we do things the same way. But I'm getting a whipping here by Johanna, by everybody. Like, oh, you need to change. You need this. You need to give people a chance. Maybe my next life, when I am a Scorpio, as a Cancer. Um, well, you guys already know the drill, right? Other than that, guys, I think I'm done with the live chat. And yeah, guys, 2 days left. 2 days left. Ah, 2 days. Tomorrow will be one day left. Friday, we conclude this marathon. And oh yeah, I've gone past the 2,000 hours already. Gone past it. I think now I'm sitting at okay, this one is little. I think now I'm sitting at 2.3. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this channel now has 2,300 hours, watch hours. This live thing was great. But I have another idea that I'm also planning to do. I saw it from another YouTuber. I think the YouTuber is from the UK. I'll let you know about it and see how it goes. And I may also have discovered, but this one needs money. It needs money. So I'm going to do it for next month or the other month of August, depending what the monetization situation and status is in the next month and a half. Let's see how it all goes. But 2.3, guys, 2.3. Remember when I started this, I had 1,034 hours. 1,034 hours day one when I started it. 1,034 hours. Now I'm at 2.3. I'm like, wow. Now I'm also deciding as well whether should I continue with live because I'm enjoying going live, you guys. I am enjoying, but I don't think it's gonna be like an everyday thing. Maybe it's going to be like in a month, maybe once a week, like I'm doing on my main channel. I go live on Sundays. So in a month, I have four lives. Sometimes it's five, depending the week, the month, if it has 5 weeks or 4 weeks. So maybe I might end up doing something like that because I enjoy going live, and live has changed a lot of things about me, vocabulary wise, grammatical wise, because I don't talk. I'm into myself. I talk to myself. So now that I know out there beyond this knob that I'm looking at, there are people on the other side. So I'm becoming more and more better as well. So I am enjoying this very much. Thank you guys for the congratulations. Thank you, Alice. Thank you, my friend Betty. Joanna says, I am saying this because I was like that. Oh, okay. All right. I love loving people with all my heart. When I see the same thing being returned, I worry and get scared, thinking, what if I open up and get hurt, matter I'm living in it? Or you're loving, is it loving or living in it? I'm scared to open up like that, honestly. I think I'm fine the way things are. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I'm good. Gavin says I need to push too. Push, my friend. Push. I notice with YouTube, you need to have a certain mindset. Because this new algorithm, guys, this new algorithm is not playing games. It is really not playing games from what I have discovered. It really need it's either you in or you are out. That's what I've noticed. And I'm glad that I did not drop off my 3 uploads a week and just focusing on lives. And that's doing me a huge favor as well. Even though that algorithm is still on holiday, it's on vacation. But I'm seeing it starting to dither a little bit. But we'll see by the end of May how it goes. I think today I gained like almost 10 subscribers I got today. Joanna says, yes, congratulations. You are definitely encouraging us not to stop with our lives. Hey, I learned from others as well. Boloku, she moved with it. I think in April, when I saw it going live, I was like, wow, girl, man, you are challenging me. I'm going to do mine in May. I thought I was gonna drop off at some point because I was coming home late, exhausted, and sometimes not prepared. But we made it work, you guys. We made it work. 2 more lives, and I am done. All I'll do after that is take all these lines and put them in a playlist. But I want to turn about 4 or 5 into a digital course, especially where I was talking about. Well, I was talking about what was I talking about again? I forgot what I was talking about. But the ones where I was doing tutorials, yeah, those ones I'm going to turn them into a digital course and put them on Gumroad and see how it performs, or maybe even my Etsy store and see how it works and my Pinterests and all that stuff. So, because I looked at them, I was like, oh, I could actually just edit here, there, and then just put them as a digital course, which is kind of cool because I wanted to create a digital course, like sit down and probably hire a camera person who went to school for this and then do an entire digital course and then put it on Skillshare, put it on Teachable, and put it also on my Etsy and Etsy store. Those are the places that I wanted to put it on. We'll see. We'll see. Gani Obey says, please continue, my friend. You know, I will try maybe once a week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel at the end of this. Lungisila, oh, celebrating. I'm like, kisses. I'm sorry. Princesses, congratulations, business partner. Thank you, business partner. We are also enjoying the lives. I love that. Thank you. I mean, it encourages me because sometimes you never know if you're annoying people or what. Cynthia says, celebrate love. Woohoo! I am going to celebrate at the end. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Alice says, I'm sleepy. Also good night. Oh, good night, Alice. Understandable. I mean, you work day shift now. No, understandable. I'm also about to go. Lucas says, good night, Alice. Good night, Alice from Johanna. Good night, Alice from Gunny with Betty. Good night, Alice from Princess. Lucas says, the thing with lives is once you do them, you get lazy to do vlogs. I can understand that. I can understand that because it's easy with a life. You don't have to edit. You don't have to do many things. You don't have to think too much. As long as you have a topic that you have some kind of authority on, talk about it. Versus when you have to first sit down and outline and do all this and that, and then after that you have to edit, spend days, hours. I get you. I get you. I really do. Johanna says, yeah, no, she did create a community there. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Lungisita says, true, Puluku helped me a lot. Otherwise, I was starting to get demotivated. She really did help Shem. She she built an entire community of live streamers out of us. Puluku, she's the girl. She thinks she is like snap, snap, snap. Anyways, guys, let me go. It is 9:27 p.m. and I'm glad everybody did their thing. Gunning or betting next time, change your voting district so that you be one of us. One of us, but the intention to vote it was there. I'm happy with that. I'm satisfied with that. But other than that, if you're going live, let me know so that I can turn on while you are live, while I make my dinner and prepare for work and do other stuff that I need to do because I have a Friday video. The one that I scheduled is not make sure. So I want to redo it. I want to redo it, that Friday video. So I'm gonna put it out of the schedule and redo the whole thing. I didn't like what I saw. It's tiny, something tiny. Maybe you might not even see it, but for me, I want to remove and start all over again. I'm trying to create what do you call this? When I was doing my batch filming this time around, I was trying to create videos that are less than 15 minutes long. I, I'm thinking I want to make videos that about eight, the longest about 10 minutes long. But sometimes, when you have extra information and you want that information in, it tends to spill over to 11, 12 minutes. I think maybe let's put it this way, at most 13 minutes long. But I would love to create 8 to about 10-minute long videos. But now I'm going to move to less than that. Like the shortest or longest will be 6 minutes. The shortest will be 4 minutes. Um, for the next month or so. Not June, but I think July I will do that. Like very short videos. I want to see something. There's something that I am experimenting with to see how it was going to work for my channel, this very channel. Even if I do a vlog, even that vlog will be about at most 7 minutes long, no more than that. I know YouTube is gonna hate me for this, but I'm checking something. The behavior of our audience as well, you need to pay attention to it. Sometimes, something about our audience, and I'm trying to find to be in the same wavelength as them. So I have to make this experiment and see if I'm correct or wrong. If I'm wrong, then I go back to 10, 13-minute long videos and stuff like that. Hi there, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ganyu says, I have a video dropping tomorrow on my other channel. I always watch, your gardening as well as the other one. I put it up while I'm busy working because I think I once again I need to check your playlist and run it again. But I want to do it for your vlog channel. Just make it run the whole day while I work. The other day, I ran this one until the next morning, and then I had to switch, go to work, continued. You have a lot of videos, my friend. A lot of videos, which is great, by the way. Anyways, let's see each other. Ha ha ha. You're right. Something about the audience. Sometimes they love longer videos. Sometimes they want lesser time. Times. Hi, Shem. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying to check as well. Like, hey, can't you vele me now? What do you want? So that we know we stick to this. I think for this type of channel, my video shouldn't be any. The reason why they were longer is because of watch time. That's what I was. That I would go 20, 25 minutes, 30. It was for watch time. But except for vlogs, my vlogs on this channel will be an hour long. That one I'm not gonna compromise on. They will be an hour long. But now my videos, I just want to keep them at 10 to 13 minutes. 10, 13. But I would love them to be lesser than that, to about 8 minutes. You know what the 8 minute mark is all about, right? You know what it's about, that 8 minute mark. So I want to do that. Let's see how it works out at the end of the day. Guys, you've been great. I love you all. I truly do. Thank you for the advice. Thank you for learning along with me about mental health issues or mental health for that matter. Ciao, 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 ciao. Let's see each other again tomorrow, my